Hey, Star Wars Vintage Dude here. Hope you're fantastic. Let's get to it. I got an old comic box of Power of the Jedi. So I'm gonna open this up. Let's walk through these. Here we go. Power of the Jedi. Sitting on top is Luke Skywalker with his pilot outfit. The Power of the Jedi were sweet because they started to change the sculpt and they started to make it a little bit more realistic. In the past, if you remember, like the Power of the Force 2 was just like gosh, there were all these bulky figures, kind of all that 90s end of the era where everybody's on steroids. These were the actually remakes of the figures, and they started to release some really cool ones. So here's Han. Looks like the Death Star escape, the Death Star corridor. He's skinny in that one. Let's grab these closest one to me here. We've got Qui-Gon Jinn, some sort of concept art. I don't know if you can see that very well, but he's got like a dark outfit on that was never actually in the film or anything. Kind of a neat piece. A long-awaited resculpt of the Sand Trooper. This one has a gray pauldron on his shoulder. Man, we were waiting for that one for years, and if you were like me, you made your own at home out of bits of pieces of, I don't know, maybe some Play-Doh or something like that. We've got Tusken Raider, a new sculpt. He's real skinny on this one, and they kind of started to merge. At this point, it was episode 1 had been released, I believe, so that may have actually been taken from that Boon to Eve. Throw in some old classics. Here is a Han Solo, what looks like Bespin Escape here, or Bespin Capture, excuse me. Looks like I got another one of those. It's the same one, a repeat. I don't know if there's a variant in there. Sometimes they messed up the packaging, or they said that included a weapon and it didn't. Here is Leia. This looks also like a Bespin Escape. Kind of a new figure that they didn't ever have before, but fans wanted. Here's one of those concept where Obi-Wan is almost in like a Han Solo Hoth gear or something like that, but it says cold weather gear. I don't ever remember if he actually in the comics was in that or not. Boss Nass, great thick figure. This is a fun one. Again, episode 1 had come out, so they kind of like put some figures back in there that made an appearance in episode 1. Of course, Queen Amidala has like a million costume changes, and this is a very brief scene where she's just kind of like standing in the window. She knows she's been captured. It's a great figure. I really like the outfits that she wears in the movie. Here is, I believe this is, who is a Sebulba? Yeah, he's the pod racer, and you know, kind of like the nemesis of Anakin, and great figure. Gotta have that for your collection. I think they also released him with a pod racer. Here is Anakin. He is slave Anakin, and he's kind of like the working on some sort of droid, and I don't even know if that droid was in the movie, but that's the only way you can get that little droid, which I thought was a neat feature. They threw in Princess Leia from Return of the Jedi. Of course, they have a million of these Endor Leias, just a different sculpt. She's not wearing her poncho in that. Finally, we get a Obi-Wan Kenobi that is realistic with his sculpt, his Jedi Knight. If you remember, even in some of my other videos, if you look at them, the sculpt for Obi-Wan Kenobi was just the same thing over and over again, where he's like with his lightsaber in this big, thick, unadjustable robe. We've got Plo Koon. Looks like he's kind of in a new outfit there, part of the Jedi Council. We've got Fad and Bede, the two-headed announcer. Again, they kind of expanded on the episode 1. I don't know if that figure was necessary, but I guess so to complete your collection. Here's a Jedi Force file card here with this kind of complement Leia. If you remember, we had a Leia not too long ago without the poncho on. This kind of complements that. Jedi Force file with a Gungan warrior. This is a great addition, as there are many of these Gungan warriors. If you were a troop builder, maybe you build up your Gungan troops. I did not. Of course, fan choice, Jack Porkins. We wanted this one so long, and of course an expansion of the Rebel pilots. We always wanted more and more of those, to have that. Mas Amata was a great figure. I thought it was a little bit lean. I don't know. In the movie, he appears to be much, much bigger. In this one, it kind of seems like a thinner sculpt. But hey, I don't know the statistics of that completely. Here is K-3PO, which I thought was fantastic addition to the, a long-awaited protocol droid. We only had C-3PO for so long in Death Star droid. We've got a new sculpt of, hi, it's Darth Jake. I've got Darth Jake who wants to say hi. Come here, Darth Jake. Here he is. I am your father. Okay, Darth Jake, come on down. Talking about Lando here. Finally, he gets a new sculpt where he isn't all bulked up as he was in the Power of the Force 2 line. And it looks like he's got some soft goods, some soft clothing on there, which really complement him. I had no choice. We've got Qui-Gon Jinn, again with some soft goods, a remake of this, which is a really great figure. And that desert scene from the Mos Espa. Got a Jar Jar Binks with a long wiggly tongue, which of course is always getting him in trouble. So that was a fun addition to that. Again, the Power of the Jedi line really had some great sculpts and some remakes. This is one of the Coruscant guards. Not really necessary, but whatever. It adds to your collection. A battle droid with the blue goo from the Gungans and kind of how they fight. Let's see what else we got here. We got Obi-Wan in a hard shell with his not soft goods cape. It was kind of like a weird mix. Some of the figures were coming out with like a soft goods, and some of them were still coming out with the good hard ones. We've got Aura Singh next, who is one of the bounty hunters who just makes a kind of like a brief appearance in episode 1. And got a couple figures left. Appreciate you guys staying with me. This is a great line, really fun to collect. We've got a classic R2-D2, of course. He's got his third wheel there, which, you could only get in the droid factory in the original vintage line. We've got an additional battle droid. This one has red on him, so I don't know if he's some sort of commander or something like that, but definitely a fun piece for your collection. And then we also have a remake of Darth Maul, one of your classic villains, to complement the set. If you like this video, that was my Power of the Jedi collection. Again, it was a fun collection to collect at the time, and I hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot of good memories for me and stuff, and reliving episode 1 and some of the blending of episodes 4, 5, and 6. If you like this, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, take care. Star Wars Vintage Dude out.